Right, year six. This is your intelligent practice for Thursday's lesson. So they're all similar to what we've just done in the guided work, essentially. There's quite a few words here, so I will read to you what they all say. So x and y are whole numbers. X is a 1-digit odd number, and y is a 2-digit even number. So 1 digit means, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, but it's got to be an odd number. If you are unsure of your odd numbers, ask somebody, Google it, message one of us, odd numbers. Y is a 2-digit even number. So a 2-digit number just means anything that's more than 9, essentially. Well, and less than 100. Okay, so it's got 2 digits, like 22 as an example. Ooh, and that is an even number as well, so that would work perfectly. X add y equals 25. You need to find all the possible pairs of numbers that could solve this equation, all of them. Work systematically, year 6, okay? I'll start you off, which I'm sure we'll end up doing with the children at school. I'm going to do 1, which is a 1-digit odd number. And then I can't do 2 for x because it's not odd, but I can do 3. So I'm just going to work out what I add to these things to make it equal 25. And that's my starting point. So I'm just going to keep going down my page until I'm sure that I've found them all. X cannot go past 9. X cannot be 10. 10 is not a 1-digit odd number, okay? So as soon as you get anywhere near 9, you need to stop. Next one here then, C times D equals 48. What are all the possible whole number values of C and D? I'm not interested in decimals. Go systematically, people. Start with C is 1. All right? What would you times 1 by to make 48? Whatever you times 1 by is your answer for D. So again, just go down the page, write this down at the top, write your equation down at the top, and then, so C times D equals 48, and then start with 1. C is 1, what's D got to be to make 48? Just a couple of words here, people, just a little sentence. How can you be sure that you found all the possible values which would solve the equation? I'm looking for one word in particular there that begins with an S. Right, next one. Choose 4 different values of x and use the equation to work out the values of y. You can choose whatever values you want for x. You can make this as easy as hard, all you want it to be. Now I know that it's Thursday, it's the last day of this half term. I know the children in class are tired. I'm going to assume you're feeling the same, though maybe slightly less so. So I'm going to start easy. Do you know what, actually? No, I'm not going to start that easy. I was going to say x is 1, but I'm not going to say x is 1. I'm going to start with x is 2. And then I'm going to put it into my equation. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. So, if x is 2, this means 7 times by 2. Remember, that means times by when it's next to each other. 7 times by 2, add 4. So, even on a Thursday morning, I should be able to do this. 7 times 2 is 14. Add 4 is 18. So 7 times by x, which is 2, is 14. Add 4 is 18. I've done one example. You are not allowed to do that example. I want 3 different ones that do not involve x being 2. Okay? But make it as easy as hard as you want. Okay? If you want to make it harder, pick a bigger value to go here. Pick something out of your times tables. By out of, I mean above your times tables. If you want to make it easier, pick something that's within your times tables. Okay? Right, last one. This is it. There's only 4 things. 2g add w equals 15. Here's our equation. Here's a lovely bar model to go with it. So this is 15, the total. 2g add w gives us 15. It's the same amount. 2g and w are positive whole numbers. Here we go again. It's got to be above 1. It's got to be a whole number, no decimals. They're positive whole numbers. Record down all the possible values for g and w. So at the top of my page, I'd be writing g, or what I say at the top of the page, just somewhere sensible. I'd be writing down g and w. I didn't even realise that recording thing was still there. It can just stay there. So, possible values for g. I'm going systematic. G is 1. So, QG then must be 2. And do jot that down if you need to. So I'm essentially trying to work out what I add to 2 to make 15. And again, even my brain at this point of the term can just about manage that. It's got to be 13. 2g, g is 1, is 2. That means times, remember, 2 times g, 2 lots of g. Add something that I don't know yet, which is my w, it's 15. Well, 15 take away 2 is 13. Now, systematically, it doesn't say anything about odd or even numbers. There's nothing other than it being a whole number, so I'm going to go with g is 2. If g is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 add something is 15. Well, that's got to be 11. Okay. And then I would just keep going until I'm definitely sure that I've got them all. Okay. Right, very briefly. I'll just go through. Oh, no, you haven't seen the answers. You haven't seen the answers, year 6. You did not see the answers. Keep forgetting to move that slide. Right, dive deeper. If you've made it, just read them carefully. A, B, and C are whole numbers between 0 and 5. You get A and B and add them together, makes 6. B and C added together makes 4. Find the values of A, B, and C. How many different possibilities can you find? Okay. Systematically work, systematically. Right, good old BAT is back. So, BAT says A and B must both be odd numbers. So he's got A times by B, add B equals 18. Is BAT correct? Explain your answer. Try a few things out. Try some even numbers, try some odd numbers, try and be systematic. Think about what numbers you're choosing. There's no point trying 20 when the answer's only 18. So start with A being 1 maybe, and B being 3 because he says odd numbers, and see what you get, and then keep going until you've got something that makes 18, okay? Right, this is a nice little one. X and Y are both positive whole numbers. We keep saying this thing. X divided by Y equals 4. I'm just going to write that out as a reminder. X divided by Y equals 4. That's what this line means. We've spoken about this quite a bit now. Dora says X will always be a multiple of 4. Jack says X will always be a factor of 4. Only one is correct. Who is it? And explain your answer just very briefly. First two multiples of 4, I'm just going to give you 4, 8. Factors of 4 is when we divide. So a factor of 4 is 1. A factor of 4 is 4. Just going to leave that information there in case you've forgotten the difference between a factor and a multiple. Okay, so multiples is about multiplying, factors is about dividing. Okay, right, year 6, that's it. Okay, that is your guided dive deeper anchor test intelligent practice for the very last lesson of the February half term. It is very strange that we have not seen most of you for an entire 6 weeks now. 8 weeks if we count Christmas. Doesn't that seem like a long time ago now? We really do hope you're okay. Assuming that you are still listening to me babbling on, please, please, please have a lovely week. Actually have yourself a half term. Some of you have been doing an immense amount of work at home. You've been working really hard. We know it's hard on you guys. We know it's hard on your parents, especially if they're trying to work at home as well, especially if you've got other brothers and sisters at home. We get it, okay? You deserve a break as well as we do, as well as your parents do. So please take the next week to have a rest, recharge your batteries, take care of yourselves, get some exercise, get outside in the fresh air if it's not chucking it down with rain all week. Let's hope not. Read a book for fun. You don't just need to read a book to do a quiz. Read a book because you want to read a book, people, okay? Watch a bit of TV. Play on your Xbox, whatever device it is that you've got at home. Speak to your friends. Get on the phone to people, okay? This is not a normal world. We don't need to pretend it is normal. We need to look after ourselves, okay? So do take care of yourselves, take care of each other, look out for each other. And we will be back with you with your home learning in a week's time. We are not sending you anything to do over the half-term holidays, okay? Well, I mean, if you wanted to play Rock Stars, 10, 15 minutes you could. Just saying. Right. Year 6, take care, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.